Am I live? Am I live? Am I live? Check my channels. So I'm trying to use this Restream to see if I can stream to multiple channels, and I'm not sure if it's actually doing all the channels that I want, but we will see. Let's see. For some reason I don't see Instagram up here. What is this one? This channel. We can go out YouTube, Facebook yet. So I'm streaming on Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Great. So hopefully we get some people on here. Let's have a little chat while I'm sitting here in the car, like I usually do 4 days a week at soccer practice, or you may find me at cheerleader practice pretty soon, or games. But I wanted to reach out to connect with people out there looking for any information or advice on AI or with tech. And my name is Christopher Walker. If you don't know, Christopher Morel Walker, and I am the AI and tech guy next door. So if you have any questions pertaining to AI, tech, whatever, how to be able to implement it into your business, please reach out to me. If you have just a random question about AI and tech, reach out to me. I don't mind actually helping. And it's one of those things that if I can be a resource to you, I want to be that resource for you. So I'm trying to see if I can actually get the chat going because I don't see anybody on here yet. They just show me up here on the live part. But yeah, this is fun. I want to talk a little bit about the video I'm about to publish now, and it's just talking about businesses using AI generated video. And it used to be some time back it was kind of like a little taboo as far as like businesses wanting to use AI video, and I can understand that. There was a whole thing with, well, AI is going to take everybody's job, everyone, and it just doesn't look right. You can tell it's AI or whatever. And here in 2026, almost the latter half of the year, some of those things are still in place. But the thing is, the technology's gotten a lot better. I would say the adoption of it has gotten a lot better. You find more people, although they know it's AI, they're more accepting or okay with it. You're seeing it on TV, you're seeing it online, you're seeing in ads where they're using more aspects or full AI in the video, and it looks good. And at the end of the day, it's about storytelling, and that's what I was talking about in the video that I'm going to be posting later this evening. And as far as like from a business standpoint, um, tell your story and don't let the story don't tell. I got to think of it backwards. Tell your story and don't let the story. Um, you'll see. I can't. It's in my head. But anyway, you want to be able to tell stories, and a lot of times when you're not telling stories, you're not connecting with your customers. And in order for you to connect with your customers, there's got to be a human factor to it as well. As much as we want to do all this automation, all this AI stuff or whatever, we still got to connect with the human element. And by using AI video, it allows for you to create more videos, which gives us a visual standpoint, but also gives us that story. Because a lot of times it's founders or business owners. You may have personal stories as to how your business came to be. You may have stories dealing with things that you dealt with within the business that may resonate with your customers, or just want to tell stories in general. I mean, I just published an AI video dealing with real estate, and it's playing off pretty well. And I look forward to doing a lot more video, just get some of those creative juices flowing for myself, but also to be able to help. It's just using platforms like Hicksville has been like a game changer for me, guys. At one time, you only get to go to like um, Google and use Nano Banana and Clean. I'll go to these different ones separately. But now with Hicksville, you have access to all the models, and depending on what you need to do, you can actually tap into that model to be able to get what you need to get done. So one of the things I did learn, just to share with you, when trying to create these videos, you have different scenes, and with these scenes, you got to be able to create elements so that you can be able to move things, move characters, scene to scene, whether that's from audio, voices, the imagery, things of that nature, backgrounds. So if you don't, the AI will sometimes steer right or steer left or just go like anywhere, and your video may not be congruent with what the viewer was saying in the scene before. So some of those things, and it makes it a lot easier for that kind of fluency when dealing with your AI video. And just picking the right model, you don't want to spend too much money because you have a certain amount of credits that you get with it, and you don't want to be trying to create 1080p video when you're just learning. You may want to do like as low as like 480, which would be a lot more favorable. You may want to use a lower model so you can be able to have a lot more favorable credits, so you're not spending it all until you get to a point where you actually can actually publish better video and better story. When I did my first video, I did it 480. I was going to do 720, but what was the point? I mean, it's going to be online, it's going to be on your phone. 480 is plenty good enough to be able to showcase a good video and also see the story element behind it. Depending on what you're trying to do, you don't want it to be too long. You know, if it's too long, you definitely use more credits. But you know, you want it to be impactful so that people want to, you know, share it, like it, understand something that you're trying to convey, messaging, things of that nature. And you can use Claude or you can use ChatGPT to be able to help ideate your next script. But you know, I find that you know a lot of times, although I like what they output, a lot of times it's more just guidance for me to be able to you know figure out where I'm trying to go with. A lot of times things be in my head and it's kind of all over the place, and it helps to streamline that kind of thing. So you know, even with my videos, although I do get scripts, most of the time it's off the cuff. I can't really use a teleprompter like I want to, and it allows me to be able to get better with communicating with the camera, which allows me to communicate with you. So yeah, so I think in the future I'm going to probably come up more with my own dialogue, my own script, what I feel will actually work best. And who knows, maybe in the future, if it comes down to it, like you know what, let me try to leverage AI as much as possible and use some more of the dialogue from there. But for right now, it's going to be me. It's going to be me. You're going to get all, well, most some of me with the AI video. So even with this right here, just trying to get out of my comfort zone to be able to do video, live video. I've been doing more live video on TikTok. For whatever reason, I need more people on TikTok to be able to do live through Restream. That's cool. I'll just do a separate one. But in the future, I want to be able to hit every channel I have at the same time to be able to expand my message and to be able to expand and talk to more people. So that's always a good thing. But getting back to the whole AI video thing, if you're on the fence or been thinking about ways of connecting with your customers, you really need to consider using AI video. So if you don't want to get a separate subscription for Hicksville, you can always use Gemini. Gemini has been great from an AI standpoint. At one point, I had just abandoned Gemini and just focused on Claude. So I found myself going between Claude and Gemini. But when you think about it, Gemini is part of the whole Alphabet ecosystem. So they would have data on search behavior. They would have data on video behavior, with YouTube being the second largest search engine on the planet, Google being the number one search engine on the planet. That hasn't changed. They have so much data. They have so much information about humans that why wouldn't they have great models to be able to know what we like and don't like? So I think if you've been on the fence about with Gemini, you may want to reconsider. And if you're one of those Android users and you have like one of the plans for like storage, that second tier plan, I think it's like 19 a month. I just subscribed myself. It's called Google One, and it unlocks Google Pro for you. So that's a very good incentive and knowledge from a storage standpoint, but also it gives you the ability to be able to unlock Google Pro, which there's Google Flow, and you can start experimenting with that. So I plan on actually doing more with Google Flow, but I've been concentrating more on Hicksville because I know it's tried and true. And although I get a lot of credits from Google Flow, I want to just concentrate first on Hicksville and then move on to that. So I've been on here about 10 minutes rambling as I usually do, and I don't have any friends talking to me right now. That's cool. That's cool. Maybe in the future. I'm not gonna pressure you, but it was cool to be able to get on here and just a bit of talk and just let you know what I've been working on. I'm planning on doing more of that in the future. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Reach out to me on one of my social channels, Christopher Morel Walker. Make sure you subscribe. That helps me. That helps the platforms know that I'm saying something that you may like and that others may like. So look forward to speaking to you. God bless. Take care and be